Hey guys, it's Vicky. Okay, so today I want to give you 6 signs that you're doing well in life, even if you don't feel like it. Okay, so it's kind of a little bit different video for me. I haven't done this kind of topic before, but yeah, so I was on the Law of Attraction website. I think it's lawofattraction.com, and this article came up with these different signs, and I actually took some notes. Actually, I'm going to read them to you. And it came up with I think there was like 10 signs that you're doing well in life even if you don't feel like it. And so I picked 6 of them. I picked the 6 that I most relate to in my own life, because I always find it much easier to talk about something if I relate to it too. So at the end of this video, if you want the link, the full article, because I thought it was really, really helpful, then send me a message and I will be happy to send that over to you. Okay, so the first sign that you are doing well in life, whether you think you are or not, is gratitude is your default setting. So every day you wake up and the first thought that comes over you is you think of all the things that you're grateful for. Okay, so I feel like I have reached this point in my life. I've kind of been practicing like gratitude and law of attraction stuff on and off for about 5 years now, but this year has really been the first year where I've really made it part of me. Okay, and so I kind of feel like that's kind of like the point I've reached where it's not something that I have to remember to do anymore. It's just so ingrained in me to think of all the things that I appreciate and the things I'm grateful for, to where it's just like, it's just part of me. It's not something that I have to really remember. Oh, did I remember to be grateful today? No, I just am. Okay, and so if you've reached a point where you are just grateful for everything in life, no matter what, then you're doing pretty well. Number 2, and this might be hard for some people, and I kind of feel like I've reached this point only really very recently, is you see your past as successful. And that doesn't mean that everything in your past went the way you wanted it to. It just means that if you've reached a point where you can look back on your past and feel like you've learned some lessons, it's maybe things in your past happened and they helped you grow as a person, or challenges you went through helped you grow and evolve, and you can look back on your past and think, you know what, I learned some lessons. It wasn't always easy, but I learned some lessons. I learned a lot about myself, and I see the past as successful. Okay, and you're grateful for them again, because I'm really grateful for my past. Even though I've had quite a lot of challenges in my life, I'm grateful, because without the past I wouldn't be here on this journey that I am on now. So if you've reached that point where you can look back on your past and you don't feel angry over anything or resentful, but you're actually at peace. There's a quote that I like by Michael Bernard Beckwith. He was the guy on The Secret with the dreadlocks. He says that forgiveness means giving up on the belief that the past could have been any different. So whatever's happened in your past, it was obviously necessary to get you to where you are right now. Like, it literally could not have been any different. Okay, so number 3, and this kind of goes along with number 2, is you aren't interested in looking back. Okay, so it's perfectly fine to see the past as successful as long as you don't keep looking back. Okay, it just means that you focus on where you're going and not where you've been. Like, it's perfectly okay to acknowledge the past, learn the lessons from it, but then you keep looking forward. Okay, you have a vision and you know where your life is going. You have a life purpose. You know what you want to do while you're here on earth. It just means that you're only interested in looking forwards. Okay, so that's quite, and then knowing that your vision and where you're going in life matters more than whatever has happened in the past. Okay, the past brought you valuable life lessons. Yes, take them into the future, but don't keep looking back, only look forwards. Number 4 is you make self-care a priority. So the fourth sign that you're doing well in life is you make self-care a priority. So every day is what I recommend, or a few times a week, I would do it daily, is to like carve out a little bit of time for you, to do things that are good for you and that you make you feel good, whether that's going to the gym, going for a swim, going for a hot bath, going for a walk somewhere in nature, doing something, reading a book, just something that is good for you, okay? Because obviously you can't be good to anyone else if you're not being good to you, okay? If you're trying to be good to everybody else, but you're never good to yourself, then I'm betting that that's going to be a struggle, okay? And you're going to end up burning yourself out. So that's number 4. Number 5 is, yeah, I made these really rough notes and I just had to kind of turn the page. Number 5, the fifth sign that you're doing well in life is you've raised your standards for what you expect of yourself and for what you and how you expect. You've raised your standards for what you expect of yourself and for what you expect from other people, okay? So it just means that you start showing up better in your own life, you start thinking about what you really, really want to do, and you start deciding, okay, this is what, maybe there's some areas in your life that you haven't given 100% to. You start sort of raising the standards a little bit. Maybe there's some people in your life that don't treat you very well. Maybe you need to kind of start expecting more of them, you know, that kind of thing. It just means that you just elevate your own, like it just means you raise your standards. You start showing up a little bit differently to what you maybe have before. And number 6, the 6th sign is your self-esteem comes from inside you and not the external world. Okay, so your self-esteem has to come from within you. If you put your self-esteem if your self-esteem depends on how other people treat you, then it's never going to be stable. Okay, your self-esteem you have to create your own internal source of self-esteem and self-worth. It has to come from within. It can't come from anything other than you. If it comes from anything other than you, like if you only feel like you're worthy or good enough when, you know, people are being nice to you, and the second they're not nice to you anymore, you feel like you're not worthy, if that makes sense, then it's going to be very up and down, okay? So the only way for you to have a constant source of good self-esteem is if it comes from within you, okay? You need to kind of be your own, like if you rely on your own judgment in determining your value, you'll be a lot happier and healthier than if you let other people judge your value, okay? So I hope that was helpful to you. If you want the link to the, there's actually a few more tips and information on that website as well. If you'd like me to send you that link, put it in the comments below or send me a message. I'll be happy to send it over to you. Hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.